Good to go?
Let's do it, baby. Let me actually even put it in airplane mode so I don't get like, you know.
You know, you're very funny without realizing that you're being funny.
I mean, to be entirely honest, I do try. So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, I guess we still need to talk about what happened yesterday.
What happened yesterday? Well, I mean, not much. We got in the car.
What kind of car?
The Lambo, Huracan, drop top. Acceptable in Cape Town. That's fine. Never see me in Dubai with one. Except for. Yeah, but that's a Sterrato. That's different.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. That's an off-road Lambo. Went for a nice drive, and then you drove back. This is luckily right at the end of the drive. The car just starts stuttering.
Yeah.
Long story short, we ran out of fuel, but I don't know, the fuel gauge or something wasn't working because there was no warnings, there was no nothing.
So what happened?
Ran out of fuel, apparently. Normally the car goes crazy if you're low on fuel. Nothing.
Of course.
And we're basically stuck there. And the worst part is that, first of all, it doesn't say that fuel is a problem. And the tank still shows like a third full. So we can't figure out what the actual problem is. And the cover won't come up. Like the roof won't come down. So the roof is still up. We're in South Africa. It's not, you know, it wasn't the worst area, but still it wasn't the best. In this Lambo, roof down, and we can't move. We're just stuck.
Yeah.
Stuck there like sitting ducks. And the worst part is both of our service was out.
Yeah. And within like 2 seconds, there's like fans coming up to you.
Yeah, within like 2 seconds, there's fans coming up, asking for photos, this, that. And the worst part is they like asked me to rev the car. They're like, oh, rev it. It's like, I wish.
Yeah, couldn't do it.
I wish.
All right.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers to a great week here in Cape Town.
So what would you say is the worst part about being business partners with me?
The time to reply to messages. So, you know, like it's kind of funny because sometimes I'm like, well, we are here trying to build like a 100 million plus business, and sometimes it takes like 2-3 days to reply. I have to say, from what I've heard, I feel like I'm part of the lucky ones where the messages don't take too long.
With you, it's days. With most people, it's weeks. In 2022, I talked about agency flow a lot. 2023, I don't think I ever even mentioned it because we had the opposite issue to most people, which is when you're fully self-funded, you've built this platform, you've built this software, and you get 35,000 customers on board. It's like this golden handcuff situation where it's this dream, but then you have to deal with the nightmare of we didn't put $30 million into the software.
Yep.
When we first started, we didn't have 30 million just to put in the software. You know, we've never taken on any investment, even though we've had a lot of people offer. So then it's like, okay, we have all these customers, but now all these things are breaking and there's all these improvements that are needed to be made. And all these things that we couldn't foresee happened.
For sure.
And then now you're trying to balance growth while also at the same time trying to balance like, okay, well, we build the software, you know, we build this highway for, you know, an expectation of maybe 2,000 people in the first year. And then now we got 35,000 people and we're scrambling and we're expanding the team. And I think you opened up 2 offices last year and we're constantly trying to hire developers. And where are we at right now? 45?
Yeah, something about, I mean,
not for developers, but a team of 45.
Yeah. Most people then need like a large team in marketing, sales, all of this. But at this point, we basically have no one in marketing because
we spend $0 to acquire a customer.
$0 like
ever.
Yeah. So far, we haven't spent a single cent on anything.
No affiliates,
nothing.
No ads, like nothing. It takes time to listen to your customers and realize what they want, what they don't want. I think we built a lot of our infrastructure and we built the whole proposition around what do you do when you sign your first client and how do you actually manage all your clients. Not realizing that a lot of my audience is coming and using the software as they're signing their first one or few clients. So we had to add in a bunch of functionality, for example, things like the website builder. So that way you can just plug and play, download our website templates, you have your website done. Another big thing is onboarding. You know, we realized that there was really a gap in the market when it came to onboarding with one specific software. So with Flowzy, you can literally send the invoice, they can pay the invoice immediately after sign the contract or vice versa, whatever way you want to put it in the onboarding flow. And then you can put them straight into the onboarding funnel. They can give you all the assets, everything they need. And at the end of it, even book in their call and you don't need Calendly. We even have our own call booking functionality inside of the software. So 2023 was interesting because I think there was just a lot of like listening to our customers. And I think it was, for me personally, quite frustrating. And I'm sure for you it was equally frustrating, but I guess for me it was frustrating because I knew how big we could take it. But I also knew at the end of the day, there's no point bringing more people into the ship until we plug in some of these holes and until we make some of the necessary changes that we needed to make to listen to our customers.
It's a completely different game. Like, as I said, just a tool that essentially truly offers what we essentially claimed that you could do, which was a super app for agencies or service-based businesses or one-to-one clients kind of businesses, where that wasn't the case in the early days. But now it truly is really like there's everything from, you know, like as you said, a place to like a funnel builder where you can literally create a proposal, send that online, link that to a contracting tool. From the signing contract, go to an invoice. If they pay the invoice, they can directly be onboarded inside the client portal. From the client portal, they can have specific templates, be like fully automated with like automated message sequences, you know, like boards, task management, everything, even calls. We have video calls, of course, invoices. Yeah, interesting to see how things look. So when you're in the trenches, sometimes it's hard to kind of see the big picture, but really now looking back again, I'm just super pumped for what's to come, really. Yeah.
So quick interruption to let you know that this video is our first ever sponsored video. Today's video is sponsored by Flozy, our software company. So listen, we put a lot of time and effort into Flozy 3.0. There's nothing better out there if you are a coach, consultant, or agency owner to make more money with your business and retain clients and customers for longer. So with all that being said, online, if you go check it out, there's a 14-day free trial. Because you watched today's video, we're gonna give you a 30-day free trial plus a bunch of extra special bonuses, templates. I don't want to say much else, but click the link in the description. You'll be able to check out the special bonuses we put in there for you. And on that note, let's get back to the video. So maybe you just want to tell the story of how we became business partners.
It's kind of funny, actually. Way back when, I bought an Instagram account because I had an agency and I was helping people like sell stuff on the internet. And when I got access to one of the accounts I bought from one of my clients, he was following you. We're talking like 2018, something really a long time ago. Man, if I ever start something again, I want to partner with someone like him who already has an audience of the ideal clients that we need for the software. 2020, my wife launches e-learning company for female founders. And so when we created the course, I was like, why don't we get in touch with the guys at IAG Media? So essentially then I'll be potentially closer to Iman. And not only do they know how to, you know, push digital products, but also then I could be closer to the inner circle, I guess. And so we did that, started working with the team. And a few months in, because we were inside the Slack channel, and this is, bear in mind, this is the early days, Iman was very much involved in the running of the agency. So I was able to kind of DM him within Slack to essentially, I'll be like, yo, I've got the software that I think just the rudimental aspect of a software that could be cool for us to roll out to your audience. And anyway, he said yes to catch up. We caught up in London for a quick coffee. And then ended up back at your house where I showed you a bunch of stuff, a bunch of features of the current software. And they were like, okay, well, there's elements there that make sense. Again, my audience clearly would benefit from a place to be able to manage their clients, manage their operations and different aspects of their agency, send invoices, etc. And I was like, okay, well, why don't we do something like that? And the rest is kind of history. After that, we, 50-50 on essentially a brand new software, brand new name, everything. So yeah, that's essentially how we got started, I guess.
One very funny thing about Pierre is he's super into his wines. So I remember came over, it was me and my ex-girlfriend at the time. And you start off with champagne, then you do a white, and then you do a bottle of red. And then after that, I bought a bottle of red, and I know basically nothing about wines.
It was a great one that he brought.
Just my friend helped me out. And you're like, oh, this is perfect because this is the perfect pairing with this, blah, 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 this, that. And this is this side of the river and all this shit. And you taste it and you're like, oh, I taste blah, blah. I was like, Pierre, this is like our fourth bottle. I'm kind of tipsy, bro. I can't taste shit.
Yeah, that was amazing.
It was on that night that we sat down and I think we said, oh, if the software gets to 20 million, we'll sell it. And obviously, yeah, I think since then our ambitions are a lot higher than that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, it's true. I never really thought about that specific moment.
I don't know if you remember, it was 20 mil.
Yeah, I actually don't really remember that exact number because for me now, that seems kind of absurd. It kind of feels like, well, we're just starting, you know what I'm saying? Sorry?
It just feels like what would be the point?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, well, we haven't really started just yet. So yeah, wild. Because again, bear in mind, at that time, he was literally just a tiny little kid. Like, he was like, what, 19, 20, whatever, something.
20, yeah.
So really young. He's still really young, by the way, but he doesn't look like it. So yeah, it was just like the way you just essentially conducted yourself, like held yourself, was just very impressive. Like, me and my wife were just both like, wow, this was just pure class the whole time. So yeah, it's been a fun journey. At least, you know, like, sometimes I look around with people, with other business partners, and whoa, our relationship just works perfectly the way it works at the moment. And again, it's when I do things like this, which reminds myself that I need to do this more. You know, we need to be together in the same room more often. Something really that I think people don't understand is just how nice it is to be around you and your core people, really, because it's just, yeah, literally, I joke about it the whole time, but you know, they make fun of me because I went to the Taylor Swift concert, and I said it that was one of the best things I've ever done, because it was just insanity, the amount of energy and happiness in one room.
Never made fun of me. Big proponent.
So everyone was making fun of that, but then I said, you know, but literally a week he is like equal amount of energy and happiness. So honestly, like, that's like, I literally sent a video. One of the nights where he laughing. I mean, you guys laugh about everything every 2 seconds, but one specific time, I think, yeah, anyway.
Can't say it.
And so, yeah, and even my mom was like, that's so funny that you guys are laughing so much.